need a mental reset. Bro, this sucks. Where I'm losing focus on things that really should be important to me. So what I'm doing now is my grandparents actually have a cabin at the Lake of the Ozarks. You gotta drive a mile up the hill to even get cell data. And hopefully come back to Kansas City in a few days with a whole new headspace. Because I can't lie, I've been stressed. Got all the water, the air conditioner, everything turned on. Really, I'm done filming for today. I filmed just so much today. Just kind of figure out how I can productively relax while I'm here and set myself up for a successful rest of the summer. Tomorrow morning we got a workout, so cue that, I guess. 1 mile easy, 1 mile at tempo. Repeat that 4 times until we get to 8 miles. If y'all had ever been to a lake, or maybe it's just this lake, all of the roads are insanely hilly. I'm talking like 300-400 feet of elevation gain and a half-mile hill. So to avoid that, I actually bought Strava Premium last night. $12 is insane for Strava Premium, by the way, but found possibly the only flat road at the entire Lake of the Ozarks. It's about 15 minutes away, and I think it's 4 miles. I'm pretty sure this is the road. Oh no, that's the road way over there. So how do I get over there? Yeah, I parked at this plumbing place over here. I hope that's fine. I'm gonna warm up and then go run. Aside from the fact that every house advertised that they were gonna shoot me if I stepped on their property, and some lady yelling at me for trespassing a public road, that was a pretty solid route. It ended up being a 2 mile out and back. I did it twice. I think on the on reps I was like 5:45 average, and on the off reps like 6:45 average. So pretty much what I set out to do. I really need to work on getting that tempo pace to feel good, because that's always been my biggest problem. I'm just sitting out here on the porch, getting started on some editing, working on the lifting video that y'all will have just seen. If you haven't watched it yet, you can check it out here. But that's my plan for this entire trip. I'm just gonna run, edit, read, and relax. It's beautiful out here. It's a good change of scenery. It's kind of nice just being alone out here. I don't know, watching the boats go by, working on something I enjoy. Yeah, I wish I could do this more often. So we got on deck today. We got a 30-minute swim out here in the open water. I've done it before when I was injured, so I'm not super worried about it. Plus, there's a good little area to do it in. It's like 5:15 right now. I'll see y'all in 30. Okay, I'm gonna try to cook a steak. Never done this before, so we're gonna see how this goes. And I'm not really trying to go fire up the grill, so the 2 options I have are either stovetop or microwave. I think we're gonna go with the stovetop. I don't even know where to start. What do you even season a steak with? That might be a good idea. And maybe that. This is what I used on my chicken for lunch. It was good. No way, look. Steak seasoning. It's gotta be right. Wait, that's not bad for my first time, can't lie. Okay, that was probably the hardest easy run of my life. I did 9 miles, elevation gain went crazy, pace was like 7:15 average. I'll put my splits on the screen here. And dude, I'm gonna go finish off now by doing a couple hill sprints instead of strides, probably just like 4. I did 4. For breakfast, I'm gonna make these dark chocolate Kodiak cakes. The macros on them are pretty great and they taste good. Might throw some eggs on the side, some blueberries in them, make a nice little meal. I am a huge believer in leaving things better than you found them, and as long as I can remember, the shed on my grandparents' dock has been a mess. Like, you can't even get fishing poles out without pushing a bunch of other things out the way. So I brought some organizational stuff, and I'm gonna pull everything out, clean it, and put it back in a way that makes sense for them. That is a mud dauber nest, and the very first thing I pulled out. That does not bode well. Lead this. I'm also gonna throw a couple lines in the water and see if I can't catch my dinner tonight. Okay, so I didn't catch a ton of catfish and it's already like 9 o'clock. I think I'm gonna just toss it in a pan with some sausage, beans, onion, dump Tony's all over it and call it a catfish jambalaya of sorts. Okay, maybe jambalaya is not the best word, but that shit is gas. For my long run this morning, I got 2 options. There's like a nice gravel farm road that's gonna have crazy elevation gain like yesterday, but shaded, nice, no cars. And then there's another road that runs alongside the highway out by the airport. My legs are cooked from yesterday, so I think I'm gonna go with that second option. That one was rough, I can't lie. I'll put some important stats up on the screen here. That one and that one, that one. Then I'm gonna head back to the cabin and make some breakfast. Okay, so that was my last run of the week and the second week in a row that I've hit 55 miles, which, if I'm not mistaken, that is my peak mileage for the summer. So now that we got the volume up, it's time to start cranking up the intensity. Workouts are gonna get harder, start becoming a little more structured, and paces are gonna get faster, which also probably means it's time for me to start locking in and actually getting up early and doing my runs. I don't feel like I'm in the best shape yet, but I do feel like I'm in a good place to where I can start to work towards some faster paces. And hopefully tempo paces and stuff like that starts to become a little easier because that is always something I've struggled with. Okay, I'm on my way back to Kansas City, reflecting on the trip a little bit. And as a whole, it wasn't as productive as I wanted it to be. I came in with all these expectations of like, oh, I'm gonna edit 5 videos while I'm here. I'm gonna read through 2 books, blah, blah, blah. I finished 1 book and I barely even edited a single TikTok. But I still feel like it was a successful trip for 2 reasons. The first one being that I feel like I got my priorities straight a little bit. I've realized a couple things that I need to scale back on so that I can put my full effort into things that really matter to me. And the other reason I feel like this trip was a success was because I just got to have 3 or 4 perfect days of running, eating right, getting all my recovery and prehab stuff done, and just unwinding. I'd stay longer if I could, but I have work tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already, and yeah, see ya.